what time it is, and you know you're back. Back live on Super Talk 99.7. It's Renovation Nation. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. I tell you, I don't even know what to talk about anymore. This world's done turned crazy. Things are expensive, but life's good. Still here, still talking. They ain't killed us yet. I always say we're going to make it. As long as they don't kill us, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. But anyhow, thanks for joining today. I'm Chad Rowland, host of this crazy show called Renovation Nation, coming at you from Super Talk 99.7 WTN. And we're talking, well, water. Yeah, from all the water we had earlier this week and continue to have and over the last few weeks. Started off this year a little dry. Well, it made up for that. It's been a foggy July. And I found out a little wives' tale the other day, or I don't know if it was wives' tale or folk tale, or I don't know, but it's for every fog in July is a snow this winter. Well, if that's the case, everybody go ahead and start ordering your sleds now. Because we've had out here, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 or 5 fogs. I mean, it was 3 in a row this week, 4 in a row. I don't know about this morning. I wasn't paying much attention. I didn't get up as early. But the point being is, if that's true, we're going to count that down and see what we got. See if it's a valid deal there or not. But anyway, roof value, water, and what's the value of your roof? Not the price. I'm not going to talk that today. Give that to you once you call us at 615-500-0751, 500-0751. We'll give that to you should you need one. If not, we'll give you a repair estimate should you need one. If not, give you a gutter estimate should you need one. Siding, soffit, fascia, gutters, chimney caps, or attic insulation. And a lot of you have been calling about attic insulation. I'm going to jump back to roof value, but I do have to do a caveat for a second, as my known squirreling does, that attic insulation, it's important. And everybody I've been to has needed a little something. Some's needed a whole makeover, if you will. Others, which a gentleman we're getting ready to do here either next week or week after, is needing a top off. Well, he's got some areas that got compressed over time, and it's hard to refluff, so we'll refluff some of it, but we'll also add a little on top. And then he had some other that was missing in the attic and this and that we're going to fill that back up and get that right. You don't have to get a full attic insulation, or let me put it this way, it's not always a full attic job. Now, there are minimums, because to even come out and do some of this stuff, there are minimum charges, and they're a little more expensive than a minimum on a roof. But when it comes to overall, it's not as expensive as I thought. And I say that on my end. I went into it little blind, deaf, and dumb earlier over the last couple of years, and now we got into it this year. But I'm trying to say, I went into it thinking it was going to be. I'm like, it's going to be expensive. It's hard enough, telling people the roof's $18,000. Now to come in and go, it's going to be $20,000 for your insulation. And it's the average home, nowhere close. Matter of fact, what I call average, your 2,000 square feet, 2,500 square feet, somewhere like in that. Some top offs that we've done have been under 10,000. More than $1 lower than that, put it that way. But it all varies too. So dabbled in that. But now getting back to the value, well, once you've upgraded your insulation, you don't want water dripping on it. So that's what the roof does. That's the value of the roof, not the price. Price is what it is. Like a gallon of milk. Price is what it is. Gas. I mean, somebody said to me the other day, that was like, that's expensive. I'm like, well, have you been to the store lately? Have you gotten gas? It was down for a minute. Now, I was getting it this weekend. It was $3.99. So, and that all depends on where you're at too. But my point is a week ago, it was $3.64. And it's still the same gas in there. Come on, guys. I don't know. That's the way I see it. I may be wrong. Not my business, but it is my business when I go hit the pump. So I guess what I'm getting back to is the value is, yes, things cost money, but what are their value, and does that cost represent that value to you? Well, to me, if it's going to reduce the strain of your heating and cooling system because you've got a good roof that's got good insulation, that's the big value. That's a really big value, actually. And another big one, like I was saying earlier, one of the ones was, protects the value of your property. Well, that's your investment. It's the investment. It's one of your investments that appreciates and doesn't depreciate. I don't look at cars as an investment. Some people might. I guess if you're buying classics, and there's some ones that do appreciate. But the average car people drive back and forth to work is a depreciating asset. It depreciates. Every mile you put on it, it's losing value. So if I'm putting and for most of us, if I can get this out right, I'm trying to think it through. For most of us, we put a lot more money into our home than we do our car overall. I mean, I didn't spend 6 digits on a vehicle. Although nowadays it's getting pretty daggum close. Again, what's the value? But to me, that's a sidebar project, because to me, a car is a hammer. I don't go buy a hammer and then use the hammer and then resell the hammer expecting to make money off of it. I buy the hammer, use the hammer, write off the hammer, and when it breaks, buy a new hammer because it made me money. It's a tool. For me, that's a car. A car is a tool. And sometimes you don't have to have that tool. But a roof and a home, yes, you got to have one. Unless you want to, you can build your own out in the middle of the woods. But again, the value of your roof is that it also works 24 hours a day, 365 days a year and a quarter, days a year. While you eat, sleep, drink, go away, go on vacation, come back, it's still there. That's the importance of getting inspected, because it's always working. It never gets a day off, night off. It's running both shifts. If this has caught your attention a little bit, now that you see more value in your roof than just what the cost is going to be, or could be, not going to be, could be, will be one day. And if it's anything like the last 3 or 4 years, it's going to be more expensive tomorrow than it is today. And I've even got a little caveat. If anybody calls today or goes online, which I'll give that right here in a second, and fills out for an inspection, the first 3 I will come out to. You get the first 3, you get me. Hey, look at that. I just made up something. The first 3, you get me today. But no, seriously. I mean, I go out on calls, but I'm the one here preaching this. I'll come out and look at your roof. The first 3. By calling 615-500-0751, 500-0751, or go to rtmroofing.com. That's where you can scroll to the bottom of the page, of the home page, and fill out the contact card. The first 3 today, get me. First 3, get me. For all your roofing, siding, soffit, fascia, gutters, chimney caps, skylights, and home-matic insulation needs. Yeah, I'll come out. First 3. If you call today, now you're going to have to leave a message because no one's going to be answering the phones today. So it's easier just to go online. And it's actually quicker anyhow to go online than to call and sit there and, whoever you may pick up, whoever may be on the phones that day, and sit and talk. Just go ahead and fill it out through the information. You will get a response. It'll be Monday, but the first 3 get me. Not that my guys aren't good. It's just, hey, I'm the one up here from the cheap seats, spitting it out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, you're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. It's a Saturday. It's a good day. Enjoy it. Enjoy your roof when you're sitting under it. We'll see you in 3.